All eyes on Elsa. The 5 o'clock advisory just came in and Florida is still in the cone. Elsa, now the first hurricane of the season, the storm churning in the Caribbean.
And this is a live look from Mystique Island in the Caribbean. You can see dark clouds, waves, the wind really blowing the trees there to the right.
A new video just in from Barbados where Elsa became a hurricane while passing by the island. The hurricane blew off roofs, toppled trees, and has sparked flooding. No injuries or deaths, though, have been reported. Well, still too early to tell what potential impact Elsa will have here on Northeast Florida.
It is one to watch through the weekend, though, as the cone will likely change several times. Now is the time to prepare, though, and we're taking a look at what you need to know. We start with the Weather Authority's John Gahn, who's tracking Elsa. John?
And the latest from the Hurricane Center. Not a lot of adjustments from what you heard from Richard here at the lunch hour. The Hurricane Center keeping on a track very much through the peninsula, the whole state of Florida. As again, final tracks are always a challenge, especially once we get out to 4 or 5 days, and that's the timing in which we would be potentially impacted. So this is the latest information from the Hurricane Center. This just comes right off the page as being phenomenal, but the storm is likely to track out there into the Cuba area sometime early Sunday, or I should say late Sunday night, early Monday morning, and that's very critical for all of us because if the storm does intensify further, and keep in mind it has 85-mile-an-hour winds as a Category 1 storm, but if it were to intensify further, then the potential for greater impact on Florida would be much more. So that again, 2 a.m. early Monday morning, and that'll be kind of a critical day for all of us. If the track holds exactly as you see here, you can see that it would be right about here sometime around 2 a.m. Wednesday morning, and that would be the earliest that we would see some of the impacts. That means all of our preparations are going to have to be done basically early on Tuesday and well before we head to bed. So again, those are the overall information that we have from the Hurricane Center. The yellow here is showing you a tropical storm force winds would likely take place. Again, Category 1 storm as it goes into parts of Cuba and then dragging its way and bringing that yellow all the way up to Jacksonville would be tropical storm force winds for us, if this holds true. And in terms of rainfall, this is the other interesting aspect of it. If you haven't gotten wet yet today, your time is still possible because we have a lot going on Exact Track 4D. I'll show you more on that in a moment. But the track of it being as where it could go at this moment, the threat of another 4 to 8 inches of rain for us is very possible. So kind of the headlines here at 5 o'clock, we have a teeny tiny eye and an overperforming storm. If you had asked me yesterday, I'd say this thing had a little chance for it to make it all the way across the Caribbean because of its forward motion at 30 miles an hour. It's very rare to see it move this fast and hold together. There is a chance it could still weaken. With a teeny tiny eye, it could easily weaken quickly. And if it survives, it could slow down and then build back up. And I think Monday will define what happens next for us here in North Florida and South Georgia. But the time to prepare will really be this weekend.